Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial today, we're talking about the summer reading journal or the summer reading notebook. This is the latest digital notebook and it's how to get more out of your summer reading. So I hope you enjoy this short tutorial. I'll show you how to use this notebook. So starters, if you click the home tab, you'll again come to this page, which is the quick notes page. This is an area where you can jot down ideas. You might hear of a book title that you want to read, and this is a great place to jot that down so you don't forget it. And then also on this page, you will have my email address. So anytime you have questions, comments, you can email me right there. This is a link to the Etsy shop. I have a ton of really unique digital notebooks, so I hope you'll check that out. Also, you can go to the website, and on the website there is this how-to section. And this how-to section shows you how to do different things like add your own fonts, cover up something. So maybe if you want to put a title of a book right here, I show you how to cover up tabs, things like that. So you can always find those great tutorials over on the how-to section on the website. So if you click the home tab again, that's the page you'll come to. After that, there's just a welcome letter. And then this notebook is formatted again for the Hub Notebook system. If you don't know what that's about, you can go to the website and find out about it. You can also get a free 2-subject Hub Notebook off on the website. And here's a video that describes how the whole Hub Notebook system works. Then we have the tutorial that I'm recording right now. And then this is some written instruction. So again, this is behind the home tab. So as you're flipping through the home tab, you'll have some written instruction that goes over, again, some of what we're doing right now here in the tutorial. So it talks about how to, why do the summer challenge of reading books and why to pick books. Again, they don't interact great with pools and they're a little bit easy to read. I love, digital books. I love bringing my iPad out and reading books as well, but sometimes they're a little bit hard to do if you're poolside. So it's just a thought of going through how to pick your books. And then if you pick the Notes tab, this is just a general notepad that you can insert anywhere into this notebook. Anytime you want to duplicate it, you just click the plus button up here and hit duplicate, and there's your current template and you can duplicate it. So that is on the Notes tab. And there's also here this Stickers tab, which is if you have favorite stickers that you've gotten from somewhere, you can just drop them here so that you can use them quickly. It's just a blank page for you to drop any stickers that you want. It's also a place where if you want to drop some photos, maybe some book covers, you could drop some book cover photos here, take pictures of the books, and then you can drag them over as we're doing the actual planning. To show you real quick, you can drag them over. You can drop book covers right here if you wanted to just remind yourself of the book that you're reading. So that's just a quick way to use that stickers page. And also, again, you have this ability to take pictures right with your iPad, or if it's something that's already in your camera roll, you can drag that right into your notebook. So it's just a cute, fun way to really make this book journal, interactive and really remind yourself what a book was that you were reading. So if you're visual like me, it's nice to have those book covers. So now let's go back to the beginning. So we're here and we've gone through these pages and the notes and the stickers. Now if you click the Ideas tab, so let me get back to my pointer. If you're on the Ideas tab, you'll come to this page, and these all link to their individual lists. So if you go here, you'll get to the self-help list, lifestyle list. So if you're on this tab, this is what you'll see, and then we're going to swipe to the brainstorm. So this just helps you go through what books are we going to read. So this whole summer reading journal is a little bit different. You can definitely read a collection. So if you have a favorite author, that is one of the options. You can read a collection. But I also take you through thinking about some other things. So maybe there's something you really want to improve in your life. Or maybe you want to learn about a whole different lifestyle. So maybe you want to learn about van living, or you want to learn about, taking up trying to get a different collection, a different hobby maybe that you want to do. Something that's lifestyle oriented. Maybe you want to learn how to save money. You want to prepare for retirement. You want to know what your options are in retirement. You want to learn all kinds of financial skills. So that's what these different things will take you through the thought process. Maybe you really had a subject you really want to become an expert in. Maybe it's a period of history that you really are interested in, or maybe it's a style of cooking that you're really interested in. You really want to read up on the history of it, or you really want to read up on a country and learn about that country in and out. Maybe you want to learn a language. So there's just different things that you can do here to get you thinking of what you're going to take on as your summer topic. So the idea is these are brainstorming ideas. One of them is just for fun, maybe just things you really wanted to learn, like you wanted to learn interior decorating. You have no intention of starting a business, but you just wanted to learn the ins and outs. Or right now I'm very into Hygge and learning about how to create a Hygge lifestyle. So it's a part of lifestyle and part fun. So again, these are just different ideas. So as you go through, this will talk a bit about doing it, but then you're going to write down ideas in each of those categories to give you an idea of what you're going to read this summer. So the idea is to pick one topic in the end. So as you go through and you brainstorm all these ideas, then it's to pick, one topic that you really are interested in for the summer. So taking all these brainstormed ideas and coming up with, okay, I really want to learn about, antique dolls. I don't know. I really want to learn about the country of France. I really want to learn about, for me, I'm learning a lot about fitness, and there's a ton. There's some really great books on the science of fitness. So that might be whatever you pick. You're going to pick your idea here. You want to talk about, why do you want to do this particular idea, and what do you want the outcome to be? So it may just be, again, this is just for fun and you just want to be more knowledgeable on the topic, but maybe you do want to start a business, and so you're learning all about the ins and outs of a particular business. At one point I had my own skincare business, so I did a lot of research on different things. So one of the things to keep in mind, though, and we do talk about this, is it has to be something. So here's your research table. It has to be something that you can find in books, right? The point is you're going to be outside reading. So if this is something, very current, cutting edge technology, obviously that's not something you're going to read on a book you're going to find in your library, right? Because it'd be out of date before you could even get there. So you want something that is going to be easy to learn from in a book. And again, it can be an ebook. It doesn't have to be a physical book, but it is something that you can learn in a written format. So you could adapt this if you want to make this your summer video challenge. You could do that for sure. But this is the book challenge, and the idea is to be poolside. So you may just want to read a lot of romance novels, and you're going with the collection idea, and you just want to read a whole bunch of books by a particular author, or a whole bunch of books in a particular time period. So that's certainly up for you, but you want to be thinking as you're doing your research is how does your topic relate to physical books? How can you read about it? And the best place I think to do your research is to go to Amazon and type in your topic, and tons of books will come up. Then you can go check and see if your local library has them. You can see if your used bookstore has them. You could even buy used books on Amazon. So this doesn't need to cost you any money at all, or it can. And you could just go to your library and start browsing through a certain section. The cookbook section in libraries are huge. You can certainly pick a lot from there. Maybe you want to learn about indoor plant gardening, and there's a lot that you could read on that. So think about, it has to be something that you can read about in a book, that the book will be timeless or at least current enough for your purposes. So again, technology probably not the best idea. And you're going to go to Amazon, you're going to do some research and come up with different titles. So again, these are all things I'm swiping through from the ideas tab. All these pages I'm swiping into from the ideas. And here you're going to come up with your list of ideas, and you're probably going to want to duplicate this page. I don't know how many titles you're going to come up with. This journal has room for 10 different books that you want to read. So you're going to keep brainstorming ideas, maybe you've found an author that you really like, and then you start looking at all their books. Maybe you have this mission to read all the Stephen King novels, whatever. This is your journey. This is your summer reading, so do what you want with it. But again, the idea is to maybe do something a little bit different, very focused, so you're following a theme for the summer. Once you've kind of come up with your books, here is your list. So if you click on the list tab, it'll take you here where you can write the title down for every book, and it will correspond to these tabs. And now we're in the list section. So if you scroll through the list section, there's going to be another page called Key Takeaways. So as you're reading, we're going to dive into the book page. As you're reading, there's a point for major points. So you're going to be just taking notes, right? So this is book number 1, so it corresponds with tab number 1. And you would be taking notes on the book, and then you kind of summarize what were the major points of that book. So even if you're reading, a Stephen King book, what are some of the themes? Like, it's fun to kind of, there's fun to read just to read, but then there's sometimes you're looking at the theme, like the different thing, are they talking about a particular type of relationship? Are they talking about the struggle of, maybe the role of women in different time periods? You can find a lot, even from a fiction book. You can really pick up a lot if you pay attention. Even the Harry Potters, there's different themes that are going through it, the role of good and bad, so you can kind of come up with some major points and put them here, and then as you're going back, you can summarize the key takeaways. So if you're doing a topic, say you wanted to start a business, you might be putting up some of your key steps to starting a business. If you were doing something about a country, maybe you were learning some of the key ways to travel in that country, the best times to travel in that country. If you're doing something about history, you might say, here's some of the most interesting facts about history, or the myths that most people don't understand about that time in history, or the importance of that time in history. Maybe you're studying something in politics, maybe you're studying some kind of spirituality, and you want key takeaways for how this is impacting your life. So that's what this is. So you're going to be coming up reading each book, and you'll see that the pages correspond. So 2, so you'll know you're on tab 2. And again, you can put that picture of the book right there. So you're going to take your notes, and you can duplicate this page as much as you'd like to get all your notes in, summarize it with your key takeaways. But then after you're done reading up to 10 books, you don't have to read 10, you could read 4. And then you want to do your key takeaways here and kind of go through all your summaries and then say, okay, these were the most important things that I picked up from my summer reading. And then if you're really ambitious and you want to take it to the next level, it's coming up with your action plan. So what are you going to do? You've learned this, or you've uncovered these facts of history. You've learned about a country. What are you going to do? Are you going to travel to that country? Are you going to start a business? Are you just going to be really good at trivia? Are you going to then go watch movies? Maybe you read a whole bunch of Stephen King novels, but now you want to go watch a bunch of his movies and see how they compare to the movie. That's up to you, but this is, what are you going to do now that you've done this great reading project for the summer? What do you want to do as a result of it? And you'll have gotten a little bit of that from here when we talked about, what is your reason, what is the outcome? So once you've kind of determined what your outcome is, then you can come up with your action plan and decide what you're going to do now that you've read this, now that you've learned this new knowledge. So this is just a very different approach to summer reading. I hope that you will kind of take it lightly, have a good time with it, really go poolside. Again, just enjoy your summer. And again, you could do this for winter or any other season if you wanted to, but the idea is just to have a little bit more focus to your summer reading instead of just randomly picking up books. Maybe you do want to read the whole Oprah Winfrey, suggested book series. That's fine. That's a collection. Go for it. But give yourself some focus before summer starts as to what you want to read this summer, and then have a great time poolside reading. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one.